All right, so we're back with another video for you guys, another reaction video. And today we got a lot to talk about, man, a lot. We're going to talk about Mr. Organik's Rolls-Royce Dawn, man. The Rolls-Royce Dawn. We found it for sale, man. Now, we already talked about the Rolls-Royce Wraith. We talked about the Ferrari 488. And we talked about the Lamborghini Urus. So if you guys haven't checked out those videos, definitely go check them out on the channel. But today, we're going to talk about the Rolls-Royce Dawn, man. The one that he said he bought it for, what is it, like $300,000 or $400,000, something like that. We saw it for sale, man. It's almost like $100,000 cheaper. And then we're going to also react to one of his Organically Speaking podcast, the one he did on OG Booby Black. He dropped it a couple days ago, like the full podcast, the full live stream. I know he's been dropping it into like shorter clips or whatever, trying to get these like views or whatever. Like he's struggling to get a couple hundred views, so he has to chop it up. I'm not gonna sit here and react to every single clip, so I figured we react to him when he drops the whole thing or whatever. So yeah, so this is the video we dropped 2 weeks ago. This is the 488 Spider, man. The 488 Spider. I don't know if you guys pay attention to the thumbnails. All the cars are like on tow trucks. All his cars are on tow trucks, man. That's crazy. That is crazy, folks. Like, why is it all the cars, when they leave his possession, they're all in on tow trucks? Ain't that crazy, folks? So yeah, he dropped this 2 years ago. Taking delivery of my $300,000 Rolls-Royce Dawn. And I remember when he went on live, I think it was like YouTube Live or whatever, and he made it seem like he found the greatest deal, man. He found the best deal or whatever, a $300,000 Rolls-Royce Dawn. And I found it, it's like almost $100,000 cheaper. $100,000 cheaper. And he sat here just like he did with the Rolls-Royce Wraith. Same thing he said with the Ferrari 488 and then the Lamborghini Urus. He said that he sold them and made a lot of money. Bro, he's a liar. All right, he lost money on all the cars. These were like terrible. They were liabilities. These were never assets. These were liabilities. The amount of money he paid to get them on the channel, the amount of money he spent on modifying them, is just a waste of money. This is why even if he tries to go back to this type of stuff, it's not going to work. Unless he's able to get like a lot of views like DDE or CJ on 32s. But CJ on 32 supplements it with the raffle stuff. So let's check out this OG Booby Black stuff as well.
This here, and this is Organically Speaking. Let's get some understanding. We got a legendary guest. We talking hip hop, we talking streets, we talking business, we talking about this as an individual, aura. This a real special, high caliber, one of the ones individual. We talking about coming through the dirt of the dirt and coming out clean and shining and glistening, and got a message behind it too. Not just somebody who, you know what I'm saying, gonna hurt you if you got to, gonna do that. But also somebody that's gonna teach you the way and show you what I done wrong, and hopefully you can do it right. We got OG Booby Black in the building. What's up, champ?
Oh, man, it's just an honor to be here with you, you know what I'm saying? I done watched a lot of your videos.
Yeah.
I done seen a lot of past things that you done did in life, and most people that think that shit was fake, but I'm here to tell each and every that's watching this podcast, it's real as all four motherfucking letters. REAL, nigga.
Straight
so
up.
I'm here.
Right,
I'm
yes,
here with you right now, you know, as
Most
an OG, you heard me? And it's a lot of things that people don't.
OG Booby Black is probably like, this is the only podcast that he did that was like, all right, this is like a legit person. All these other guys, all these other characters, like I don't really vibe with them. Like there's just another episode for me. This is the only one that's kind of legitimate. OG Booby Black. Now, it would be better if he got Kevin Gates. I don't know if he will, but I know OG Booby Black is, you know, he has a close relationship to Kevin Gates. So you never know if Organik actually might get Kevin Gates. Maybe not. I don't think Organik has the platform for it or whatever. But yeah, so you guys see all these videos. I just wanted you guys to see this stuff. He said $300,000.
do,
Right.
which I'm gonna do.
No question about
I'm gonna salute you here. I'm gonna give you your flowers here.
Appreciate that.
I'm gonna let you know, my dude, you're a great guy here.
Thank you,
coming
man.
from a real one.
And most people don't, give people their flowers, you know what I'm saying? What I can smell them, of course. They want to give them to them when they sick or they give them to them when they gone. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. I'm going to return the favor because coming where you come from, right? New Orleans, and you come from when it really was like that.
Yeah.
We talking about the heroin epidemic. And that's right there by the, you know what I'm saying, the water, so it's coming there a little quicker and a little cheaper.
Below sea level, yes,
So
indeed.
we going to run it up.
Yeah.
So to come from that environment, let's start at the beginning, Bowie Black. Like, let's talk about your childhood. How did you start off being this New Orleans legend?
Well, to tell you the truth, my daddy, you know what I'm saying, he was a go-getter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, by the way, a lot of people were asking me in the last couple of videos. It's not rocket science, but this time I'm going to show you guys. I'm not really going to do this like every single time, but they like, oh, how did you find a car? Bro, it's not that hard. I just look at his license plate. Then I go on another website like Auto Trader, put in the license plate. I'll get the VIN number and then search for the car. This is not rocket science, folks. It's not hard at all. So I know I got a few comments. They're like, oh, how did you know that's his Ferrari? How did you know that? First of all, that is his Ferrari because the Ferrari only had tire stickers. The Rolls-Royce Wraith had the rose gold 4G auto wheels. It's not rocket science, folks. I don't know why people are that stupid or something like that. They got you guys, these YouTubers got you guys real dummy. So this is the VIN number for his exact car, man. For his exact car. All right, this Rolls-Royce Dawn was advertised for sale. It was advertised in California. So he was in California, if you guys remember. He was in Malibu, and then he went to downtown LA. So look at the price, $209,000. $209,000, folks. He lost $100,000. 100 bands, man, 100 bands. And he sat here and said he sold it and he made a profit. The same old bullshit story he said with the Urus. He sat here and said the same thing about the Urus. The Urus was a repo. There's a lawsuit on it. If you guys haven't seen the videos, we did drop them. Definitely go check them out. Same thing with the Ferrari. He said he sold the Ferrari and made $100,000. No, you lost $100,000. And you lost $100,000 on this Rolls-Royce Dawn. You lost $100,000 on the Rolls-Royce Wraith. It's like crazy. He lies and lies and lies and lies. It's crazy.
Construction work, so we always kept on white. My daddy told me this. As long as you have white on, you can never get dirty. And I never understood that till I got older. Now, you think about it. If I have white on and I'm painting houses and I got paint all over me, how am I dirty? You just see this as my uniform. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, if he take it off and he wash it 1,000 times, still have paint on it. That's his uniform. And my daddy, he taught me a lot, and I learned a lot from him, you know what I'm saying? He was a real legendary OG, you heard me? I learned a lot from him. He put me up on his wing. He taught me some things that a dad don't supposed to teach a kid. I seen some things that I never unseen. I heard some things that I never unhear. You feel me? So I basically got the game from my daddy, right? But my daddy, he was doing a lot of moving around. So, my grandmother, she brought me up. You know what I'm saying? I had my stepmom. My mother died. You know what I'm saying? Upon me being here. You heard me? And it's like, I never knew her.
So you didn't know your mom at all, like from birth?
Nah, not my real mom. Mother, I never had her to call me in the room and hug me. I never had that mother thing. I always had a stepmother. And people don't understand. I call my stepmom a mama because that's the only mom I know.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I hear you call your mama, and he called his mama. I want to mama too. So my stepmama, my mama, and I grew to know her as my mother, and I loved her. And so, we came up in the Magnolia Project because that's where she was from, and my daddy, he was from the neighborhood, you heard me?
Magnolia Projects.
Yeah, second floor, 2,800.
You know what's getting kind of annoying, and this is something I noticed with Organik's podcast, is he just can't keep his mouth shut, man. He just can't keep his mouth shut. He keeps on interrupting him. Like, he's got to say facts, okay, yeah, yes, yeah, yeah, facts. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Stop interrupting him, man. This shit is annoying. Shut your bitch ass up.
Block, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I have to shoot marbles in the front courtway, you know what I'm saying? I have to spin tops in the back driveway, you know what I'm saying? And I never could leave that, even though when we got better, you know what I'm saying? My daddy pulled us out there. Nah, I couldn't leave that bitch. I had to go back.
That's in your DNA.
Yeah, because, I had an address there. And it's like, a lot of things coming up in the project, man, is...
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, don't ask, don't tell. You know what I'm saying? Don't sniff, don't smell. You feel me?
Yeah, I had fights with the greatest. You heard me? I had shootouts with the greatest. You know what I'm saying? I didn't gave some bullets and took some bullets.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't complain about it. You heard me? I just stay with it.
Man, he can't shut the fuck up. He really can't shut up. Y'all, I don't know if that shit is annoying to you, but it is. Like every time, after every sentence or after every couple words, it's like after every 3 words OG Booby Black says, Organik has to say, yeah, legendary. Oh, come on, man. It's like, bro, calm down, man. Let him talk. It's like after every 3 to 4 words, he has to input something. It's like, shut up. Shut up.
People don't understand that. Like, when you really one of the ones, right? And I try to explain that to people, like how my thought process is, that I'm willing to kill something, but I'm willing to die too. So that's what people up at. They think they're just gonna be able to kill everything. And that's when they get nervous and get scared to back down. Because anybody, I don't back down to nobody. This is a chance.
Right.
But I think I got a better chance. But if it comes, it comes. It ain't no little big use, little me. It ain't no picking and choosing. If it's that, I don't care who it is. Let's find out. Yeah, because I'm willing to go anyway. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And my mom knew that about me since a kid. Like, I'm crazy, but I don't want no problems. But if it is a problem, I'm gonna solve it. No problem. Right. You feel me? That's a good ring to it. Yeah. So I can feel it.
Organik, you're not even gangster. You're talking to somebody that's legitimately was on the street. You was never on the street. You're a fake puppet. You get on here and pretend to be gangster. You pretend by telling all these fake stories. Organik was never gangster. When was he gangster? It's like, think about it. He's told you guys all these stories that he used to teach at an academy to kids. Then he said he used to work for the cartels, right? Then he said he was pursuing a basketball career. So when did he have time to be a gangster? It's like, come on, man, the dude is fake.
And then because how you saying it gives and takes, you know what I'm saying, the wins and losses come with being who you are. You an OG. So how was your school and stuff like that in that environment?
I went to Lawrence D. Crock Elementary School. I came up from there. You heard me. I did all type of shit. If you watch the documentary, you'll see I burned.
What's the documentary name?
The name of the documentary is I Ain't Dead Yet. And the reason why I named it I Ain't Dead Yet is because we have to know that we're all gonna die.
Right.
Death is inevitable.
Right.
You have a birth certificate and you have a death certificate. So what matters is not the day you were born,
right,
or not the day that you was here, the day that you left.
Right.
What matters is what you did in between.
Everything in between. Every day you get to live again.
Right.
Every day you wake up, that's a blessing because somebody didn't. Especially if you're breathing good, looking good. Man, you better appreciate it.
Bro, you don't have to interrupt him. Stop interrupting him. Like, he's talking about, the day you're born, the day you leave, and what's important is in between. Then Organik just interrupts him. It's like, shut up. Shut your bitch ass up, man. Jesus. This is why I don't like watching Organik's podcast, because it's like he cannot keep his mouth shut. It's like you're supposed to ask him questions. You're not supposed to interrupt them, make comments, and try to talk about your personal life. We don't give a fuck about you. I thought this podcast was to bring on the guest, learn about the guest, not so that you can brag about your bullshit ass, fake ass background that we don't care about. We're here to watch OG Booby Black, learn about him, learn about his past. We don't need you to keep fucking interrupting him every 5 words.
See, I tell people this a lot, bro, about myself. You heard me? I'm not no model or no shit like that. But I look damn good for my age. When I made 50, I didn't say 50 with the number 1.
Okay, what you say?
I said 50 with the WON. Because I won.
A 50 ball from the Magnolia.
Beat the odds, man.
Crazy.
From the streets. From the streets. You could. Hey, listen. What you do a background check on me, bro? When I was in jail, I was ignorant.
Come on now.
I was the ignorant nigga in jail. When I was on the street, I was ignorant. I never was on the porch.
Never.
I always was into some shit.
On,
and I would give a fuck about who had to say.
It don't matter.
That what scares me about me.
Yeah.
See, I'll say this here. Many of people didn't disrespect OG Booby Black for us via satellite on the internet. And, of course, they gotta disrespect me because that's the only way you're gonna get some attention to your name.
Of course,
by saying my name.
They gonna do it in real life.
So, okay, you exposing whatever the fuck it is that you're supposed to do.
Right.
But one thing I can honestly say, I can say this here. It's in my heart. I can look in the mirror and I can say this here to this man. It never been one man on the face of this earth. I ain't gonna say one man. It never been an army. More than one man on the face of this earth that ever disrespect OG Booby Black. None.
Not in the flesh?
None.
When
Not in the flesh. Never.
Because you went through your childhood.
Man, when I was in jail, I had niggas on stilts, and I got one on.
Yeah, even the people in the comments, like, I know I'm not the only one somebody said, but you gotta let the people talk, G. I mean, you got his regular dick suckers, right? All his dick suckers in here. But there's actually a couple comments in here, and people are like, yo, stop interrupting him. There's another one right here. He said, wow. Yeah, it's the same thing. He said, I like the energy, Uncle, but you gotta let the guest talk and chill on the adabs. Yeah, I was like, why does he keep interrupting him and shit like that? Like, it's like he has to, like, every couple words, Organik has to say something. He literally has to say something. Legendary. Oh, no. Yeah, that's true. Facts. It's like, shut your bitch ass up, man. Shut up. Let them talk. Somebody said, let the guest speak, brother. Gotta let them talk. I'm so interested in the interview, but him, after every 3 words, maybe turn it off. Good shit for the most part. So I know I'm not the only one. Because I was like, why is he, like, interrupting him like that?
Feel me? But it wasn't the fact that I got one on. It was the fact that I'm a GOAT. You know, if you with me, you in trouble.
We got to go to death.
Yes.
Everybody talking about they can fight this older big guy. No. Are you willing to go till you die?
I don't care about fighting. Win, lose, or maybe, motherfucker.
Don't matter.
I'm gonna be there.
Let's go.
So you with me is trouble. You heard me?
Want to do that?
And when I was in jail, yeah, they had a lot of dudes that was about trouble.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to go and visit and see their girlfriend.
Of course.
They wanted to get good behavior so they could go home.
They're trying to go home.
Yeah, they wanted to be good on a walk so nobody would with them. You feel me? I call that camouflage. You trying to hide from the bad guys, nigga. Come out here. You heard me? And I was the one that used to do that type of shit. You heard me? I have motherfuckers that could really tell you, like, man, this nigga was in jail with one on. This nigga was ignorant.
Right.
But you know what, Organik? Let me tell you something. It's no greater blessing in the world that you can look at yourself and see yourself in the past and look at yourself and be who the you is right now.
Pure.
Today is a winner.
It's a different type of
winning.
feeling. It's a different type of feeling.
Winning, dog.
Everybody that played with you,
yes,
that talk shit,
gotta see
hang behind your back. I don't wish death on them because you ain't do it to my face. You talking behind my back. So I wish you nothing but greatness. I want you to see this. I want you to taste it. I want you to feel it. I want you to hear it. Every day this name gonna ring bells.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I respect those that talk behind the back.
Of
You know why?
course.
Maybe from this.
I saw a few comments about this. People are like, oh, I talk behind Organik's back. I don't know how do I talk behind Organik's back when I literally put his name in the title and his picture in the thumbnail. Like, I don't consider that behind his back. It would be different. Like, if I had like a video title and it was like some clown, right? In Florida, like if I was just being, what's it called? Like, ambiguous or something like that with my titles, and I had like something in a thumbnail that is unrelated to Organik, then that would be like talking behind his back. But all these dick suckers of his, all these fake brainwashed fools, so I'm like, oh, you're like talking behind his back. How? When I got his name in the title and his picture in the thumbnail, I'm not talking behind his back. I'm reacting to his videos and giving you guys my opinion, really, but there's no behind his back. It's like pretty straightforward. His name is in the title. His picture is in the thumbnail, or at least something related to him. This video is probably gonna have the. We'll probably talk about. Yeah, we'll probably label it as the Rolls Royce Dawn, because this is the 4th car that got taken away.
You'll do it too.
You know that.
Because the ones that talk and don't want you to hear what they say to somebody who they're trying to make out an ally, because you know that what they do, they always trying to tell another motherfucker to make them hate you too. You know why I respect them?
Talk to me.
Because they do not want you to know what the they're saying.
Of course not.
They talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
They're not talking to you.
Would never.
They're not talking to you. It's either they're afraid to talk to you, they don't have no heart to talk to you,
Definitely not
or
that.
they can't be in your environment. Can they be in Miami right now?
Of course not.
I'm talking about Biscayne, you heard me? I'm talking about big building.
I'm talking about
you know, big brickles. Yeah, you know, big Organik in the building. Can you come here and be in the fucking presence?
Let's see that.
Nah.
Somebody gonna see them. Somebody gonna meet them.
So I respect them. I respect them. They don't be trying to let them stay your over there and keep on talking till your mouth get dry. Because one thing I learned about in the game about is this here. If you talk to a brick wall all day, you're gonna eventually shut the fuck up.
Right.
If you've been injured in
From where you from, what made you get into that game of being aggressive. I heard the stories. I saw some of the documentary of you being in a situation like, I'm going to take that.
You know what?
I don't care who you are, where you from, how bad you is. I'm going to take that. I took it. Now do something about it. What gave you that?
Yeah. I had to live that way.
Right.
I had to live that way because where I'm from, you know, in the time when I came up in, you had to be you heard me? You had to be somebody. You had to be, that's organic. Oh yeah, he's strapped.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody had to have a gun. You had to have a gun, and not only did you have to have a gun, you had to be about your business.
That thing got the ring though.
Listen.
We're gonna make some noise.
Listen to the story.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I had a group of guys that
Did y'all catch this part where OG Booby Black is like, listen to the story? He's basically telling him to shut the fuck up, man. He's like, stop talking, man. Stop interrupting me. Like, that's probably... It makes this video kind of a little harder to react to because Organik interrupts, like, literally every couple words. It's like, it's kind of getting really annoying. I don't know if you guys picked up on it, but that's something pretty common with Organik. Like, he has no etiquette when he's talking to these guests. Like, you're supposed to ask them questions. You're not supposed to interrupt them literally every, like... Let me replay this. I don't know if you guys heard this part. He's like, let me talk, man. Like, shut up, man.
Be somebody. You had to be, that's organic. Oh yeah, he's strapped.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody had to have a gun. You had to have a gun, and not only did you have to have a gun, you had to be about your business.
That thing got the ring though.
Listen.
We're gonna make some noise.
Listen to the story.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I had a group of guys that which was my niggas.
Yeah.
If you pick up a gun, nigga, and you don't use it, and it ain't dirty, you disrespecting the weapon.
And that's a blessing to have that weapon. Where you from?
Yeah, you disrespecting the weapon. You had to do something in order to be with the niggas that I was with.
You had to do something with the weapon. Ain't that like promoting violence, man? Like this kind of reminds me of like, I know OG Booby Black is in a better position in life right now because he's blessed right now to be with Kevin Gates, and they're doing things more like business, more. There's no violence involved, but like his past lifestyle. There's a lot of kids now, a lot of teenagers pretty much living the same thing. I mean, just look at what happened recently with Fulio, right? Julio Fulio, him and that other dude, what's his name, Young Ace or whatever, is like back and forth. It's like, it's nonstop. Like you would think it's just the music. No, it's music and violence. It's literally like people are surprised like why he passed away. No, this shit has been going on back and forth. Like it was one on his team, he would shoot one on the other team would shoot one back on his team, and they'd go back and forth. And it's like they're people, and they're all like people on different teams are just like getting shot. It's crazy. And it's like these are like teenagers, 20, some of them are even younger, like probably like 18, 19. It's like this violence, and these guys, I mean, Organik for the most part is kind of promoting it. He's got on several of these interviews with some other guys, and he's kind of promoting it because it kind of makes them look good or something like that. It kind of gives them this like tough background that they made it out of that war environment. But there's gonna be people watching this, like teenagers, and they're like, oh well, if I gotta build that type of street credibility, so I should go and pursue this type of violence. And some people ain't gonna make it out. And this is why it's gonna be like a nonstop revolving door of kids going through these types of scenarios, and 99% of the time they're not gonna make it out. Most of them don't even get to see 25. Like Julio Fulio, what is he, like 23, 24, something like that? And it's like almost like everybody on his team got wiped out. And now that they took him out, they're dropping all these songs. Like, it's crazy, man.
You had to do something in order to hang in the area where I hung at. You had to do something in order to be around the environment that I was in, bro.
Be around these certain
you just can't be around holding. You can't be around holding no gun and
Get out of
talking
here.
about, yeah, man, I'm a gangster. You got to fight. We gonna find out tonight how gangster your ass.
Yeah.
We got problems.
Man, I was about to go, man. Y'all went before me.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga.
We got problems on the other side. We want to see that brain. You know. So we test all our soldiers. You heard me?
Yeah.
You know, me coming up. You heard me? I had a bad attitude because I always.
He said we had to test all of our soldiers, man. That's crazy. It's like, damn, bro, like that's wild. It's just basically black people shooting other black people. It's just like back and forth. I mean, I don't see them like they don't do it in other like communities, other neighborhoods. It just looks like black people shooting other black people. That's like that's supposed to be like, I don't know why that's glorified. That's such a terrible way of looking at life. Like you ain't tough, and if you got a gun and it's a dirty gun and you're not using it, then that means you're not tough and you're gonna get tested. Tested on what? On shooting your other brother? That's like your brother from another mother, and you don't test a gun on them? That's crazy, man. Like, stop with all this tough talk, right? All this gangsta OG talk. Like, I want you guys to understand what's going on here. Like, they're literally shooting, like, their own people. Your own people. It's like, it doesn't have to be this way. I don't even know why it's this way. Like, why can't they just kind of get along? Like, why, even if the environment is tough and rough or whatever, why are you at the point? Because it's like, if you go into other communities and in the same communities, like, let's say they're a whole different race. They come from a different race. Even in the poverty neighborhoods, they don't do this back and forth shootings. It's not like that type of war. I don't understand why it's at the point where you got to pick up a gun, preferably a dirty gun, and try to shoot basically your own brother from a different mother. That's crazy.
I wanted to be that guy.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be that guy. I used to think if I beat people up that the girls gonna like me because I'm a protector.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to think that if I stand out before everybody, they're gonna respect me because I'm the big dog.
Right.
I used to think that. You know, so I had to do something to uphold that image.
For sure.
And the shit that I was doing was fighting, shooting,
bang, bang.
I shake your ass up, I recruit an army on you, we'll beat your ass.
Come on now,
you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna lose.
Right.
You dig? You with us, it's over with. You know, and so I lived that life, and I thought coming up, that was the way it was. I was supposed to be, but. Nah, that wasn't.
Of course.
Nah, that wasn't. I came up and I learned.
Yeah, certain environments, being aggressive, being that guy, it gives you that machismo that you think that's gonna translate to real life, but it's not. It's really puts you in a bad turn because just like it's another guy that's like that too.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So don't ever think you're the baddest in the world. There's a lot of bad in the world. You might be one of them.
Right.
But it's two that got some werewolf fangs. You might be a wolf, but there's some werewolves out there. There's some vampires. You know, it's a thing from the Black Lagoon. There's a lot of different creatures. So
yeah, the dark side.
Come on now.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to deal with. Even though we're ready to deal with it, but who wants to deal with that all the time?
Coming up young, I didn't give a
Yeah.
And sometimes I used to want to deal with it.
Of course.
You heard me? It's like I used to look for trouble.
Yeah.
And when I say look for trouble, I used to like to do an inventory on my game.
Yeah.
Nigga, you ain't doing nothing. Nigga, you chilling with
that.
nigga, all that. You gotta go lay one of these down,
Right.
you heard me? You know what I'm saying? So I used to go through the hood like, jacking for shit and the shit that I took from motherfuckers, I used to call it trophies. So if I take your chain, I'ma wear it just to let you know
You
that I
gonna wear
took
that?
You're right, I'ma wear it. You heard me?
Mean.
Hey, I'ma wear it, and after I finish wearing it, I'ma sell it or give it to one of my niggas. I don't give a about it. It was free.
I did that.
Yeah, so I came up that way, you heard me. It was nothing like, catching a nigga laying him down, taking a whole pocket full of money from him, going to the ballot shop, going to get some ballots,
Oh, the ballot.
come back with the polo shirt on and just look at it
Fresh.
with a big old gun and do about it. You heard me? I look at myself like some of the shit that I used to do back in the game, I'll never do again in my life, bro.
Nah,
And I know, bro, that I'm thankful.
Yeah, you're grateful.
I know that I'm blessed. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? But we can get back on the story. I can take you to
I'm
another
enjoying the story, but like I said, I'm a person that does do my due diligence on different cities, different states, on those environments. I don't know, it's just something I like to learn. And New Orleans is one of them. I studied and learned from way back then, from the Terrence Williamses to the Boobie Blacks, even some younger guys too. I think it was the 46 or 49ers or something like 46.
Yeah, 49.
Honestly, I'm sick of seeing
Them, this nigga named Raptor or something.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. That little nigga was crazy. Like it was a whole story they had. Like, so I be studying that shit. So, but you're one of the top level ones in history, though.
Right.
So to sit with you, I want your story. So in your transition,
Yes.
you did what you had to do, and you found a different way. So when did you make that transition from I'm a young guy acting crazy, now I'm in situations where I'm getting shot?
Man, I feel like Organik does more talking than OG Boobie Black. Like, Organik has talked a lot more than OG Boobie Black during this whole interaction. I don't know if you guys realize that. He's talking. It's like, I'm trying to understand, are you supposed to be doing all this talking, or are you supposed to just ask questions and let the man answer the questions and tell his story? Because interrupting him and trying to like make it relatable to you, it's irrelevant. Like, we don't need to listen to your stories. We've listened to your stories told 100,000 times, man. Like, let the man talk, man. Let him talk, man. Shut your bitch ass up.
And this is like, damn, what's my transition after this? Like, when did you first get shot? You know what I'm saying? Because I heard you got shot 23 bullets.
Times, yeah.
How many different times?
3 different occasions.
3 different occasions. Let's go about that first occasion, brother.
All right, but it's like, nobody want the bullet, but we'll blow that. You heard me? It's just the noise from the gun that give you that adrenaline rush. Right. You know what I'm saying? And show that you can't be. Right. You know, the first time I got shot, man, I was going to the store, to a Pizza Hut. They had a Pizza Hut in a Magnolia project. And I don't normally move around without my gun on me.
Of course not.
But I'm in my project. You feel me?
Yeah.
And the police know me. We really had police that knew all of us. The police knew us by our name.
Yeah.
You feel me? When you say these names, the police knew these names. So I'm booby, you heard me?
Yeah.
If the police see me, they gonna pull me over, put me on the car, this, that, and I ain't trying to go dirty, you heard me?
Yeah.
So I need to bang in the courtway with somebody. I'm going to get the pizza. I go Pizza Hut, I come out the Pizza Hut, nigga got some niggas sitting in the car. But man, by me being G'd up and soldiered down, I peep everything around. You feel me? You know, so I'm really looking, but acting like I ain't looking. You know how you got that peripheral?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I'm showing.
I call it the crazy eye.
Yeah, I'm showing these dudes like I'm not paying attention to y'all, because sometimes when a nigga see you not paying attention to them, they go with their move.
Oh shit!
They go with their move.
Let me
You
learn
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when they feel like you slipping, or he's slipping. All right, let's go now. And I expected that. So because when I looked in the car, I seen one of the niggas, and the nigga I seen, I'm like, oh, that's that nigga who I was beefing with, you heard me?
Right.
But he had some other dudes with him, you heard me? So I had an option. I could either run. That's something what niggas don't do. We ain't trying to.
That's crazy, man. You can't even get a fucking pizza. You can't even go get you a pizza without getting involved in some kind of shootout, man. That's crazy. Like, I'm just curious, like, why it's gotten to that point? Like, why is it all about murders? Like, you got to stop and think, man. Like, this stuff is not, like, they be glorifying this stuff, and it's like a revolving door, because you got all these rappers, and if you guys got kids and your kids are watching social media and watching all these rappers, and they don't even rap now. There's no rapping. All the rapping now is literally violence. It's all nothing but violence. Like, I don't know if you guys listen. Like, I'm surprised all these people are, like, kind of shocked, right? When they're like, oh, well, Julio Fulio, rest in peace. If you listen to his music, it's like, it's pretty crazy. Him and the other guys, like, they kind of go back and forth at one another. And it's just like, it's a competition on who can eliminate more on each other's team. It's like, are y'all rapping? Or are you guys really involved in, it's like playing a game of basketball, except with humans. Like, they're literally eliminating members off their teams, and then they brag about it in the music, and you got your kids watching this stuff, and then eventually that cycle of generations is going to take over next, and it's just the same old shit. And they grow up, and they're pretty much in the same shoes like OG Booby Black. It's like this mentality of violence, and it's like, for what? What are they doing all this for? Like, even if as you listen to OG Booby Black talk about this, it's like, what are they doing? What's the purpose of this? What do you guys gain out of this? Like, if you go to the pizza place and they pull up on you and shoot you, like, what does that do? That means then his folks have his people, his group, his gangster buddies. Then they have to pull up on the other guys and shoot them, and then they turn around, come back, shoot him and his family, and then they turn around, come back and shoot the others. That's crazy.
G'd up,
right?
You feel me? Or I could stay and play and see how they gonna move. You feel what I'm saying? Shit, move. They open that side door, I broke out and ran, dropped the piece.
Come on, man, it's
I'm talking about,
sometimes,
man, listen, man, my legs work, man.
Yeah.
My legs work. You let me get away, though.
For sure,
you feel me? You let me get away.
Genghis Khan said this: don't never fight a war that you can't win, man.
Yeah, I laid up there, I broke and ran, man. I don't know how many niggas it was that shot, but they went to shot like 25, 26 times. Then when I got shot, the first time, you heard me, I got shot 4 times.
Damn.
You dig what I'm saying? And when I was shot, it's like, I knew I was shot.
Of course.
Because I could see the blood. But it's like, this is my first time getting shot. Like, what I'm supposed to feel for? What I'm supposed to feel for death? I'm supposed to look for the Black Angel, the Grim Reaper with the Heaven gonna open up. I don't know how it's gonna feel, but I'm still moving, and I still got strength.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, ain't nothing gonna happen to me, man. I'm gonna kill him. These niggas.
Right.
You heard me? Got taped up, went to the hospital, came back. You know what I'm saying? Big old soldier. You heard me?
4th of July.
Yeah. We don't do too much speaking, but hey,
but hey, it's
a lot of guys get trampled with when they're in war. You heard me? It's things that happens in war that gets niggas trampled. Some people, they fight battles and they lose.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? And some people, they go to war and they win.
Yeah.
I think when you win the war, that's when the battle's over with.
I think it's done.
Yeah.
I think they start a new one. That's World War I, War II, or they get different wars.
Yeah, but the first time I got shot, it was,
You saw it coming.
I seen it coming, but I ain't expecting it to get hit.
Though. Yeah. You seem like that is a
I thought I could
possibility.
break and run. You heard me? Then then me running, I don't usually run from no nigga, but it was a lot of them.
Yeah. Sometimes you know what I'm saying. It ain't being smart. It ain't being scared. It's being smart.
And it's called using common sense.
Come on now.
What the fuck? I'ma stay there for? If I know you got the upper hand on me.
Yeah.
I'ma run. And I'ma go get that yab. When I get that yab, then I'm coming back.
Come on, man. Out of duty. So, how old were you when that first incident took place?
Oh man, I was a teenager.
I
was a teenager.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then the second one. When did that take place?
Man, shit, that took place a few years later.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And that was like the one there.
That was the one.
Yeah,
That's
that was
the one.
Yeah, that was the one there. And the reason why my arm got amputated because they couldn't save it, but to this day I still be fucked up about that, Mr. Organik. I'm telling you, I be fucked up about it, bro.
Of course you should.
You know why I be fucked up about it? Let me tell you this.
Talk to me, brother.
They had me in the hospital, right?
Right.
And I never knew that you can't eat before you go to surgery.
Right.
So they told me something about anesthesia, and they said, well, Mr. Golf, he can't eat tonight because he anesthesia tomorrow.
Right.
And shit like that. They don't go say surgery because that's scare mother.
Right.
You feel me? Say he got anesthesia, he got to go tomorrow. So I woke up the next day. The arm was gone.
What? So
it's gone.
Okay.
Bro. Man,
What? Hold on, man. He said he went to the hospital and he was on anesthesia, and then the next day he woke up without his arm. Like, what are you talking about, man? What do you mean they just took your arm, man? That shit don't sound right. People, like, why would the hospital just take his arm like that?
gone. I'm telling you, to this day, I still...
You went to sleep with your arm, you woke up gone.
Man, I went to sleep. You heard me?
Yeah.
I couldn't eat because they took me to surgery.
Right.
All right? They pushed my bed out the motherfucker. I remember all that.
Of course.
When I was going to surgery.
Yeah.
So they took the bed, pushed me out on the hallway, got me on the elevator, pushed me to the surgical room. Right? All right? Now, the anesthesia, they put it in my IV and put me to sleep. I'm sleeping now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck going on. You heard me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I finished with the surgery,
yeah,
they brought me back to the same room that I come from. Same balloons, same cards, you know what I'm saying? Same everything. So it was like, yeah, nigga, we went there. Wait a minute. Wait, hold.
So,
what the f?
Nigga,
No, I'm gone.
What the hell?
Yeah, that bitch was gone. You know what I'm saying?
Was you right-handed or left-handed?
I was right-handed.
Ain't that up?
But God's good.
Bro, the people at the hospital is not going to just take your arm off like that. Doctors just don't, like, they have conversations with you. You got to sign a whole bunch of documents to give them consent to do anything on you. Hospital, I don't know what hospital. I don't know if he even went to a hospital in the U.S. Maybe, like, this sounds like some shit that happens maybe overseas in a third world country. I don't know, but this doesn't sound legitimate. You don't just go to a hospital and they just decide, you know what, we're just going to take your arm today. That just doesn't happen, folks. This story doesn't seem accurate, all right? Hospitals, you got to sign all kinds of forms, consent. He had probably knowledge what they're going to do during the operation. They don't just, he knew he was going to an operation. So you can't sit there and be like, oh, well, I thought they were going to keep my arm. Bro, that's just, something it sounds fishy.
You know why? Because everything that he do, he always have plan with it. Don't you know I do everything better with my left hand than I do with my right hand? I knock a nigga ass out with my left hand. Done it already. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, everything came to my left hand, but I have a phantom limb, so I can still feel both of my hands.
You still feel it?
Yeah, so that would keep me balanced.
That keep you balanced.
That keep me balanced. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing this right now.
You know they got the robot motherfuckers.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. I know this your podcast, and I'm not trying to take over the...
Oh, you got it. This your show today.
Oh, you see OG Booby Black, he got tired. He said, boy, shut your bitch ass up, man. Let me talk. I know this is your podcast. I get it. But let me do the talking, sir. Let me talk. He got fed up. I told you guys. I literally told you guys at the start of this video. I was like, Organik is interrupting this man way too much. Way too much, man. He needs to shut the fuck up. Shut your bitch ass up, man. let the man talk. Not every couple words you gotta stop and interrupt them. Stop, interrupt them. Shut your bitch ass up, you fucking idiot. Y'all heard that? He got fed up. He's like, shut up.
You know why? Because everything that he do, he always have plan with it. Don't you know I do everything better with my left hand than I do with my right hand? I knock a nigga ass out with my left hand. Done it already. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, everything came to my left hand, but I have a phantom limb, so I can still feel both of my hands.
Still feel it?
Yeah, so that would keep me balanced.
That keep you balanced.
That keep me balanced. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing this right now.
You know they got the robot motherfuckers.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. I know this your podcast, and I'm not trying to take over the...
No, you got it. This your show today,
this
brother.
This what them did to me.
Talk to me.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Feel it.
Yeah, so that would keep me balanced.
That keep you balanced.
That keep me balanced. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing this right now.
You know they got the robot motherfuckers.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. I know this your podcast, and I'm not trying to take over the...
No, you got it.
This
your show today,
this
brother.
what them did to me.
Talk to me.
Balance. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing this right now.
You know they got the robot motherfuckers.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. I know this your podcast, and I'm not trying to take over the...
No, you got it.
Y'all heard that? He said, listen, I know this is your podcast and I'm not trying to take over, but listen. It's like Organik, man. He's giving you hints all throughout this podcast. Like, he just let him talk, man. Just let the man talk. Stop, interrupt them every fucking 5 words.
Yo, this your show today,
this
brother.
This what them did to me.
Talk to me.
You feel me? I got to tell you about after the anesthesia. See, after they cut my arm off, I ain't trust no doctor. Everybody in white, you white, you pussy. Yeah. I'm doing all type of shit in the hospital. You feel me? But let me tell you this here. The came to me one day, and they told me, they say, yeah, we have to take you to X-ray. And I said, okay, I go to X-ray as long as I don't go to sleep.
Right.
You ain't put me to sleep no more.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I went there, they did the X-ray, and they looked at my leg. Why the come to me? Why the motherfuckers come to me and not tell me that, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to have surgery? Why they try to put a clip at the front of my bed? And what the clip said, anesthesia. I can't eat after 12.
Oh, shit. So you
listen, I ate Fruit Loop, Honey Bun. I was eating all kind of shit.
Everybody do a little pussy.
They talking shit. They talking shit to them in there. You heard me? Yeah, I ate. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So they was like, Mr. Golf, you know you weren't supposed to eat because you have surgery tomorrow and this, that, and the third. I'm like, yeah, I ain't having no surgery. They came and see my leg, cut my leg off because I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I have a hole in my leg that's so fucking big right here.
Right.
You can see the dent in this bitch. You know, and they told me that they looked at my leg. They did the X-rays and they said that my leg wasn't gonna make it. It wasn't good because the kneecap and all type of this shit they were saying. But like I told you, right now to this day, I still don't know why they cut my arm off because I had my arm for like about 12 days.
Right.
And I think they...
How did you not know that they were going to cut your arm? Like, this story just sounds fishy, man. I just got to say, this stuff sounds fishy. Like, no one dragged him out of his house to the hospital, to the doctor's office to just cut his arm off. That doesn't sound accurate. He had to have been fully aware, and he had to have signed a lot of documents. Hospitals, you think hospitals want to get sued because they cut somebody's arm off? They're like, this stuff sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, folks. This doesn't sound, something sounds fishy about this. And then he goes a step further and he says, oh, well, they were trying to cut his leg off. Like, it's like, I'm starting to question whether he was at a hospital here in the U.S. This could not have happened in the U.S. It just doesn't sound accurate. And I just, like, they're not going to force you to do anything. So he left his house knowing what was going to happen at the hospital. I just can't imagine that what he's saying is true, man. It just doesn't sound... It sounds crazy. This sounds crazy. He's like, oh, I didn't know they're going to do this. What do you mean you didn't know you're going to do this? So, like, what was the purpose of you going to the hospital to begin with? Like, do you guys just go to the hospital and they just randomly cut people's arms off? This sounds like a wild-ass story, folks. This sounds wild. But we're going to wrap up here. I think we're, like, almost approaching, like, 40. We're actually over 40 minutes. So we're going to wrap up here for part 1. Let me know in the comments, man. What do y'all think about this Rolls Royce Dawn? He told you guys it's $300,000. Now you see it advertised for sale for $200,000. This is actually going to be the 4th car. The 488 Ferrari, the Urus, the Wraith, And now the Dawn, man, that's 4 cars. 4 cars. That's crazy. 4 repos, man. That's wild, man. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching.